The man who is responsible for bringing back Bucky Barnes as the Winter Soldier and giving us that run has previously talked about how he wasn't really a fan of the first couple of episodes of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And now he talks about the fact that he is absolutely disgusted and feels sick to his stomach anytime he sees anything in relation to the series and the Winter Soldier. So it's no secret that Ed Brubaker has been very vocal when it comes to the Winter Soldier. Being the co-creator of that concept of bringing back Bucky Barnes as that character, what he did with him, it sort of put him in the spotlight, if you will, to go on and really expand his career. Naturally, he sort of feels ownership over the popularity that that character has gotten, and you would imagine that a lot of these creators or people that came up with these ideas probably end up getting paid a pretty decent amount, which isn't true. We've known that for a while. Studios find ways to screw creators out of royalties and their homes and, their estates and all that. I mean, you look at Bob Kane, for example, and Bill Finger with Batman. I mean, Bill Finger literally wasn't credited for Batman up until a couple years ago. It's just sort of how it happens. These studios, the companies, they try to do it. So when it comes to Bucky Barnes, Brubaker obviously had a pretty big contribution. He says that every time he sees something, he feels sick to his stomach because he's not really making a lot of money off of this, because that's just not how they handle these things. And it's all in regards to pay because he's not making a lot off of what is happening with the character. Which again, this is one of those sticky situations because he came up with that idea, co-created the Winter Soldier as he is today, and multiple other people also helped that idea. So he's not getting paid what he believes he's worth and what he should be getting paid with the royalties, while at the same time, this is something that we've seen pretty much everywhere from somebody like Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld, for example, to many other people express when it comes to these characters and what happens with them and the changes and the evolving changes and how they pay them out and royalties and all this. It's just one of these Hollywood machines, I think is the best way to put it, that just keeps on turning and everybody turns a blind eye to it, but it's very much a part of the business. And I don't mean to sound negative on this, but there's no way to change it. I think that's what most people have realized. It just doesn't change because that's how it's done, that's how it's been done, and nobody is interested in changing it. It's kind of like the creator of The Witcher, Andrzej Sapolsky. He sold the rights to The Witcher for $10,000 and was like, who cares about your stupid video games? Nobody cares about that garbage. And then, Witcher 1 happened, then 2 happened, and then 3 happened, and he ended up taking them to court, and he was losing. I mean, he sold the rights, but they decided, you know what, we'll settle with him and give him some royalties. Maybe something can happen, but comic book creators and so many people that start contributing into it, it just becomes a legal mess, which is, the way I understand it, just even more complex because he didn't technically create Bucky Barnes, because that was created before he was even born. So, again, so many factors that go into this, and who knows if this will ever get figured out. But yeah, he's not a fan of the series or the character.